everybody. Here's another episode of You Welcome with me, your favorite bitch, Marcella Arguello. My guests today are Heidi Heaslet, who's a great comedian and has a show coming soon to E! Called The Funny Dance Show, and Sasheer Zamata, who has a movie, The Weekend, currently streaming, and a great podcast with Nicole Byer called Best Friends. Thank you, ladies, for being here today. How are you doing? What's going on?
I mean, I'm good. Did that sound confident?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm fine.
Holding on.
Yeah, I'm totally
I'm
fine.
hecka good.
It's not an attack.
So good.
It's an easy question. I'm good.
Yeah, also good. Everybody's good.
I'm promoting a movie right now.
Oh, yes, promoting a movie.
Yeah, it's called
Excited?
The Weekend. I'm very
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah.
It's a romantic comedy. Tone Bell's in it. He's great.
Love romantic comedies, hate Tone Bell. No,
Come for the romance, leave for Tone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really all I'm doing right now.
It's exciting. That's good. It's
Yeah.
exciting.
Yeah,
it's
it's
perfect.
very exciting.
Good for you. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Heidi, what's going on with you?
I mean, I got the Funny Dance Show coming out on E!
That's right.
It is based off of a live show that myself and Justine Marino created at the Comedy Store. But also we shot it like last year.
Yeah.
But it's not out yet. So just
Yeah.
like, doing a lot of pool days. And
You're on a pool
just,
tour.
just sitting around being like, wonder when that's going to come out.
Isn't it funny how long these things, like nobody,
know.
So long.
the people don't know that, but
Yeah.
for us it's just like, oh my God. And then you're also like trying to figure out what's next and what,
Yeah.
how to schedule work, and then all of a sudden they pick a date, and then
Yeah.
you're like, oh, well now I have to reschedule everything
Yeah,
around
yeah,
this
yeah.
date.
Yeah.
It was cool. I was a guest on that show.
Yes,
It was so
yes.
fun.
You
That
were
shit was
so good.
It was fun. I got pulled aside a lot to be like, you're the only one who wants to be ugly on this
Yeah,
show.
she really went
really-
for it in
yes.
the way that like we wanted.
Yeah,
Nice.
it was fun. And it was a fun experience too.
Yeah,
it was
good.
also like people don't know me as someone who does characters, and like it's fun for me to do characters. Like,
But they do know you as a dancer.
they do. People
So
do
I do
know
know
me
you.
as
Yes.
a dancer.
Yeah.
That's true. I've been known to moonwalk across many a dance floors.
I mean, there was a whole like production office of like we're being like, you have to look at her dance videos. So
Oh,
like, we
oh wow! I
Yeah.
love that. Yeah, check out me dancing online. Ladies, you're both in successful relationships.
Thank you so
Which,
much.
congratulations. The fact that I booked you both on the same show is wild because that never happens to women comedians who are doing well in the dating life world.
I was even thinking, I was like, who could be the other person that's in a
mistress-
successful? I'm like, who is
That's the thing.
that?
That's the thing, right? You know a couple other women that are in a relationship, but
Yeah.
they're not successful
Yeah.
relationships.
Yeah, it's like iffy, on and off, or it just ended.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about navigating, first of all, a successful relationship while you're.
I don't get
love that-
literally, I never thought I would be this girl where someone's like, you're in a successful relationship. Like, it's like that concept doesn't even make sense to me. Like, I almost
That's
feel.
wild.
It feels like, you know the Everest commercials where the dude was like, get up off your couch? Like,
Yeah,
that's what I
right.
feel like. I'm like, if I could do it, you could do it too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a good man. Like, what are you waiting on, girl? Like,
That's
I'm like a
hilarious.
success story. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't, almost every day I wake up and I'm like, is he tripping? Like, why?
That's so-
But then on my confident days, I'm like, yeah,
Right.
obviously he made a wise decision.
Right. Yes. Have you had like previous many successful relationships, or is this like your first?
No.
Oh wow.
This is both of our first, like, real adult relationship.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it feels really good, and it's been 5 years. It's been a really long time.
That's a long time.
Really, when he came into my life, I was in a period, I mean, I feel like everyone says this. I was in a period where I was like, no more fuckboys. I was just like, I'm gonna take a break.
I just like the idea that you think everyone's saying no more fuckboys.
I
Like,
was in the
As
opposite.
that old adage goes.
yeah, I know. As
No
my
more
grandma
fuckboys.
used to say. No more fuckboys.
But you had made the decision that you were like, I'm not taking
Yeah.
no shit.
Yeah, and I guess that changed my mindset too, because I was like, instead of being like, is he gonna text me tomorrow? Like, instead of just waiting to be like, I'll take the scraps of like the little
Yeah.
like the little nubbins of love people were giving me, being
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't need any of that.
Right.
Yeah.
And when it feels good, it'll feel good. And then this guy came and it was feeling good, and yeah,
That's
it's-
great.
that.
It's still going strong.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
She's just gonna leave her hanging.
I didn't see it.
Timed it so wrong. You're like, it's been going so good.
Yeah.
I was not in that place at all. Like, my boyfriend and I had known each other for like a few years. But like he's always seemed like stable and like a good dude, and I was like, yeah, those don't really mess with me. Like that's totally for somebody else for sure. And then one night I was like drunk, and he was like on Instagram with like some other people he had worked with at like Korean barbecue, and I like DM'd him, and I was like, why don't you take me out to Korean barbecue sometime? I want to go too. And then I like woke up in the morning, and he was like, we don't really do this all the time, but like you and I could go. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah. And then one night I was like trying to rebound, and he invited me out for some drinks, and I was like, fuck it, free drinks.
Right.
And then we went out to drinks, and he was like super cool, and I was like, oh my God. Oh my God, and you want to talk to me too? Whoa.
Yeah, isn't that
I
cute?
just drunk DM'd my successful
I love
relationship.
it. I just love that you said it like you were drunk, but he probably read it like, you should take me to Korean barbecue sometime. Oh, I hadn't thought about that. I should take her to Korean barbecue sometime.
Yeah, and he said that he had always kind of had a crush on me,
Oh,
but I
that's
thought
cute.
that like girls like me wouldn't want to be with a guy like him. So we were both like, I'm now writing a romantic comedy.
I love
about
it. Write it. Yeah, it's great. It's so great. I love it. I'm jealous. I'm fucking a poly dude. That's
those
bad
are fun.
news.
Yeah,
No,
no, it's not. Been there.
So leading up to these successful relationships, how did you navigate the world of dating?
I pretty much dated anyone and everyone.
Yeah.
I would go younger, very older, various races.
That's amazing.
Just
You're
like,
such a woman. You're
emotionally unavailable was usually a lot of stuff that I was going for.
Yeah.
But
Just
I
a
tried
woman
to
of the people.
Yeah, I was just like, let's just give everybody a shot. It doesn't mean that I like had sex with all of them, but I was like, let's just give them all a shot.
Did.
Like,
Yeah.
I dated whoever and whenever until I decided like this isn't serving me anymore. Like I don't like this anymore. Or obviously they also made that decision sometimes before I did.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
I had one that's mom made the decision for him.
Wow.
So I really
Wait.
Oh
Back it
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah.
Back it up, bitch.
Oh
What?
yeah. Oh yeah. Dated a dude, looked real great on the outside. Abs, BMW, just tall, like that thing. And then he was like, yeah, I have a good relationship with my mom. And
No.
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 That is not a line.
No.
That
Yeah,
is not.
no.
That's a warning.
She ended up calling me and breaking up with me for him while he was silently sitting on the phone in three-way, and I didn't know he was there.
What?
I later told her that she needed to back the fuck up.
Oh my God.
Which you don't normally, if you tell someone's mother to back the fuck up, it's sort of the end of the.
Yeah.
She broke up with me, but I was like, oh no, bitch. I'm gonna break up with you too.
Right. We're gonna get into the fight.
Yeah, no, we're gonna do. I'm
gonna do
breaking
the
up
breakup
with you
fight.
again, and then I'm gonna break up with your son, even though you already broke up.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. So I gave everybody a shot.
A couple shots.
Yeah.
How did you navigate before? I mean, 5 years ago, the internet dating shit was still popping.
Yeah, a little bit. I was on OkCupid for like a hot second,
Yeah.
and then someone at UCB saw me on it and like brought up in person, and it was like,
Don't you hate that shit?
yeah, and I was like, oh, delete.
Yeah.
No, thank you. I don't like this.
That's funny.
Also, he was like giving me tips. It was weird.
Oh,
There are like people who were like
no.
online dating at sport and being like, this is how you like get your profile seen more and this and that. And I was like, I don't like
Oh, that's weird.
any of this.
Yeah, that's gross.
I just didn't want to do any of
You're
it.
like, I don't want to do my branding as a dater.
No, I was like, me isn't enough. Like I just be like, this is me. I had to do something
Sasheer.
else.
No.
It's like, no.
Not enough.
No one that actually is enough. We have to lie.
Yeah, did the dude who gave you tips, did you also maybe pass on him? And then he was maybe like trying to be like, saw your profile and like have some notes.
Oh,
Like,
maybe. I didn't think about it like
maybe
that.
you passed on
Like,
him
oh,
and
your
he-
profile's not that great anyway.
Yeah.
I would have swiped the other way.
Yeah.
You don't swipe on OkCupid. I don't know. I'm so out of it. But
I'm always surprised when people like have successful relationships through Tinder. That's a rom-com story waiting to happen. That's wild.
Although,
Yeah,
that's a
I
I
really
see that
common
hatred
story
in your
now.
eyes.
I've never Tindered. Yeah, I've never Tindered. I really like it. Like,
Yeah,
it tenses me up. Like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I think you should find like internet relationships through like social media apps. I know that that's not cool. Everyone's like, don't get in my DMs, but I'm like, but I don't know.
You get a better sense of the person.
Yeah, you get a better, like, if I'm just like, oh, that's so frightening. Like, I don't want to, I don't want to be,
Yeah.
But also,
Dismissed.
it works for people.
I don't know what the difference is though, because like you're still looking at this person's like
Presentation.
what they're giving you
Yeah.
on either Instagram or Tinder. So they're both like the same.
I mean, Eddie.
At least on Tinder, people are like, I want to meet people. They're
Right,
letting
right.
you know I'm trying to fuck or I'm
Sure,
trying to be in a
right.
relationship.
Sure, but it's still I mean, it's tricky no matter what, because you go to a bar and it's the same scenario. I mean, these people aren't what they're saying that they are necessarily.
Yeah, always.
But I feel like that's dating in general. I mean,
Yeah.
that is the issue with dating, is no matter the avenue, like you're gonna have it's pros and cons either way.
Yeah.
Oh God, I need a date.
What'd you say?
I need a date. I need
you
to
need
start
a date?
I need to like.
Let's get you a date.
I don't want to. That's the
Okay.
problem. I need to, but I don't want
my
to.
boyfriend's got single friends. I don't know if they're like boyfriends, all of them, but
Yeah, great, Heidi. Thanks. Just what I'm looking for. There was a Myers-Briggs test that was recently revealed to show that women fall under 4 stress personalities, and if you know which one you are, you can navigate your stress with more ease. I took this test, and Heidi took it. Sasheer did not, which is totally fine, Sasheer. Don't worry about it, because it's not a great...
I'm really stressed about
You're
this.
stressed about it?
Tell me which one.
Number 2, no. Some of the questions are good, but some of the way that they're worded, like as a comic, like you stress words and how they're being used.
Yes.
So my favorite one was, I sweat a lot in my armpits and the palms of my hands when I am stressed. It is embarrassing.
yeah,
That one was,
that's weird to you?
Yeah, that was the thing. I was like,
I got
It is embarrassing.
well, it was,
Yeah.
but that's the thing. I do sweat a lot, but I don't find it embarrassing because I don't give a fuck that I sweat because I'm a human body. So I was like, some of these questions are misleading.
Yeah, because
Right.
it could just be like, I sweat, and that's a fact.
Yes.
But they're implying
that I
the
would already be
embarrassment.
embarrassed,
Yeah.
you know? So it's one of those things where I'm like, there's no way this is super accurate. So,
Because that's a 2-part question.
exactly.
One part
Do you
Yeah.
find it embarrassing
Yes.
when you sweat if you sweat?
Right.
Yeah.
So my personality was, I'm a vigilant pacer.
Ooh.
Which I don't think it's accurate because it's basically saying that I need to get better rest and sleep, which, bitch, I sleep a lot and I get up early and I'm ready for the day at 7 a.m., which is rare for comedians.
Very.
But how do you navigate stress?
I usually stuff it down until I explode, which is how I answered the test. It was like a vitality sprinter.
Right.
I learned specifically this year that it's not really working because I have high blood pressure.
Oh.
And it's affecting, my body mass and things like that, which also starts to make you be like, well, now I'm not valued as a person.
Right.
So like I like to like maybe go to a dance class and don't post it. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Or like go on a walk and like just have that be for me. Like do things that are just genuinely for me.
Yeah.
You know?
I
Like,
agree. I think
yeah.
social media has changed the way that we exist our day-to-day lives, and we feel like there's pressure to post or
Yeah.
kind of show what's going on so that you can remain relevant.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you're right. I mean, that's part of the balance is not always posting everything, because what is for you and what is for show.
Yeah, because sometimes if you do something for you and then you post and it made you feel good and then you post it and it like doesn't get enough likes.
Right.
Or someone's like,
Yeah.
this is so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, then all of a sudden the thing that you did for you to relieve your stress and makes you feel better is like now gone.
It makes you feel bad.
Yeah. And that's like if you're at a point where you have to relieve something. Like
Yeah.
obviously if you're not stressed and post that shit and then if someone's like, you're an idiot, you'd be like, well, fucking so are you. So
Yeah.
I don't get stressed out about big things. Like big dramatic things can happen like in my personal relationships or job wise, but I'm kinda like, okay. Like that happens. But like little things, and maybe it's because I'm not reacting to the big things, that little things will set me off.
Sure.
And I try to do more just like Headspace calls it body scans, where I'm just like trying to read my energy and my physicality, because I'll spend a lot of time like this.
Yeah.
And just ready to fight, I guess.
After hanging out with Nicole all day, you're like,
Yes. Ready to fight her enemies, I just fight everybody.
So I have a bad temper.
Yeah, same.
I'm not, and so at first, like for years, I was like, oh my God, like I'm a disaster because I just have this temper that I can't control. But then last year, I took mushrooms for the first time, and I like took these mushrooms, and I was just like, oh, I was so mad that the mushroom experience was so like stereotypical. I was just like, oh wow, I'm just fucking everything. Just fucking wow, all right, we're just really okay. We're high on mushrooms, cool. And then like I got mad at being on mushrooms for my body reacting like I was on mushrooms, and I went in the shower because I was like, why am I so mad that I'm on mushrooms? I was like, oh my god, there's no controlling my temper. I get mad at the most basic shit. I was like, my temper is who I am. It's in me. There's no controlling it. You gotta set it free.
That's the best way to think of that, is like it's its own entity and it has to live and breathe.
Yes.
So why try to like cage it in?
Yeah, that's why I kind of try to cage it in, or know that I'm letting it out at the wrong times and just like, oh yeah, I'm mad at this, so I'll just move on and I won't. And because that's the other thing is like telling people like, no, now's not a good time. Like I'm mad, so I don't want to take it out on you. I'm out. I'm gonna go like exercise or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And also like my vibrator feels like a great stress reliever. Sometimes I don't even realize that like that's the one key. But sometimes that's all you need.
You gotta just let some stuff out.
You do.
know?
You just gotta let it all out. You gotta let it all out.
Sometimes I think people should accept that, like, if you fuck up, you're gonna
get pushed.
You know?
You're gonna get pushed.
I just want. Sometimes there's just people I want to like. Shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Sasheer just
But you.
is getting tense.
I know, but you can't do it.
Listen, you bitch, you say the wrong thing.
You're like,
we're gonna get you.
You know what? We're gonna tell you how to handle stress, okay? Sometimes people need to get, pushed.
Yes. You hear that, Sasheer? So when Nicole starts getting on you,
You just give her one of these.
we've got some questions to answer. If you have any questions you need answered about your love life, your work life, some bitch that you know down the street, submit them to YouWelcomeQuestions@gmail.com. Are you ladies ready to answer some questions?
Yeah.
Great. If there's no reason to not be trusted but still want your privacy, how do you talk to your spouse about not going through your phone, even though they have yet to find a shred of evidence to justify the lack of trust?
There's a lot of negatives in there.
Yeah, there are
There's
a lot
like
of negatives in
quadruple
this.
So they're saying their spouse or their partner goes through their phone.
It sounds like their spouse is just going through their phone for no reason, unprompted through their own relationship. That's what it sounds like.
And they don't want that.
And they don't want that, but they don't know how to navigate. I assume it's a man who doesn't know how to talk to his woman.
I have a policy just for me. I don't know if this is how I'm supposed to answer it. I don't go through phones anymore.
Yeah. Anymore. Do you notice that?
Yeah, I don't go through them anymore. I think all of our phones have things in them that don't look great. Like, I really do. I think that like we all do. Like, I'm sure that there's things that you could maybe twist or look, and so I just have a policy. I don't go through phones anymore.
So what
I will look at your comments though. On your that shit is in public. So if some bitch keeps showing up and typing stuff, then we gonna have to talk. Okay? If you okay.
But how do you
when your ex watches my stories, I'm gonna notice that shit. Like, okay, but I don't go through.
She's crazy.
Phones.
But how do you navigate someone going through your phone?
You don't go through my phone.
Okay. I'm just like, no.
You don't go through my phone. Like, and then it's like, if you go through my phone and then like, now you can like, I'd be like, yeah, well then what the fuck you want to do? You want to break up? Are you mad about the text? Like, what do you want to do? Because if you didn't like, unless you went through my phone and I'm like, clearly fucking someone else, then it's not about the text message.
Right.
You should break up with me because, or if you want to break up with me because I'm cheating on you, or if you want to work it out, like that should be the decision, not the text message. But I just think that if I was fucking up, my partner would find out outside of a phone. Because
why are we? Yeah, everyone wants to be a detective, and you could just talk to the person that you're with.
Yeah.
You're already in a very intimate relationship. Hopefully, you can have have open communication. Be like, hey, I feel like the energy shift, or I see you talking to people that I don't know, or whatever the thing is, as opposed to snooping in their stuff in their phone. I never had a desire to go through someone's phone.
Have you had people? Do you do phones?
No, I don't care. I'm like, I mean, well, it's also like I've never been in like such a strong relationship, like a real solid, we're being inclusive. I've never had that conversation because I'm also just like, I mean, if you're fucking someone else, okay, I don't care. I don't know how it's gonna affect me. If you choose them, then you choose them. I guess that's like, I think this is a dude who's trying to get his wife to stop going through his phone.
Well, for that wife, I would want to know what led her to the phone.
Yeah.
What led her to think that she needed to go through the phone in the first place. And that's definitely a conversation to have, regardless of if she's going through the phone or not. Like, what?
Why are you going through my phone?
What did you see, or what actions did you glean from me that made you think you couldn't trust me?
Sure.
Yes.
That's a
Yes.
way bigger conversation
Right.
than
Yes.
please stop going through my phone.
Right.
Because that means there's a lack of trust.
Yes.
That's true. And that's also going back to maybe he's leaving comments on women's shit that he doesn't think are bad.
Yeah.
Right.
But she's not showing that she's seeing these comments, because a lot of people assume that if there are comments that are being
Yeah.
or that are provocative or questionable.
You gotta communicate.
Yeah, you gotta
have that
communicate.
conversation where it's like either I want to flirt or I see you flirting. Do you want? If you want
Right.
to do that,
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. Just don't go further than that.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
you
It's
talk about it.
communication.
Yeah.
It's always
Communication.
communication.
Yeah.
It's communication, bro.
Yeah.
Communicate. How do you know when you've outgrown your friend? Have you ever felt like your friends are not on your level anymore, or insecure or jealous of your success? What do you do?
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, yes, all of the things.
Well, also, that feels like a two-part question because you can outgrow your friends even if they aren't insecure about your
Right.
success.
Yeah.
So yes, I feel like I've outgrown friends, and yes, there are also friends who feel whatever threatened by success and stuff
Yes.
like that. But also, not all those friends went away. Like you can talk to. I'm all about communication.
Yeah. That's why you're in a successful relationship.
I think so.
Yeah,
it
is.
helps. Yeah, you can talk to people and be like, "Hey, I'm noticing you're like treating me differently, or you only ask about industry stuff when I'm around you, or whatever the case." And then sometimes they don't realize that's what they're doing, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't realize." Or if they don't care, then they can go away. But if
Yeah.
it's like something that can adjust and they're willing to change it, then that they can stick around. But it's like if you love this person and you're willing to keep them in your life, I would think it'd be great for both of you to be honest and say, I don't feel great when I'm around you because of X, Y, and Z, or because you keep bringing this up, or because you don't like these other friends that I've started making because of whatever job I'm doing, or whatever the thing is. Like, just talk about it, and either it will get better or it won't, and then you have your answer and like can phase people out if that's what feels good.
Yeah. But you're also speaking on a good friend level, because then there's also those
Sure.
not good friends.
Well, I don't care about those people.
Yeah.
They can go. Like they can truly go.
That's the answer I'm looking for.
Coming up through comedy, you have so many friends. Everyone's your
Right.
friend. You know everybody.
Yeah.
And then
you all ain't shit.
Yeah.
You're all equally ain't shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I got on TV in a big way and very sudden, and my circle went whoosh.
Yeah.
Because I chose it to be that way. Because there were certain people where it's like, I don't feel safe or comfortable.
Yeah.
People start showing their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do.
And so like they'll tell me, oh, you don't belong here anymore. And
Yeah.
and I'm okay with that. I don't know if
Right.
they are because we haven't talked about it. But
Right.
Yeah, if you weren't that close to me then, or if you showed a side of you that was like not serving me,
Yeah.
then you can go.
Yeah.
Well, also, it's like you have a job to do,
Yeah.
and you have like your own growth to deal with. And if someone is constantly making you like, oh my God, like it's that you're making my growth difficult.
Right.
Like,
That's the
Yes.
money right there. You're
Yeah.
making my growth difficult. Damn, that's money right
you
there.
know, because it's like friendships outside of good friendships. Once you kind of understand who someone is, like if someone's like a person who maybe means well but gossips a lot, then I decide I don't tell that person personal things.
Right.
Like I'm not going to be like, bitch, why you be talking all the fucking time about everybody?
right,
Why you be
right,
talking
right,
about
right.
shit? Like,
Because you also enjoy that gossip she has to share with you.
But then I
still want to receive the
I
gossip.
want to receive. I would like the newsletter. I just don't want to be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so deciding what you can give to people and what you can't give to people, and what maybe they can give to you and they can't give to you, and like, you know, going like, this is where this friendship is at. Like, I trust them on like a this level. I trust them on a that level. And then some motherfuckers you just don't want to be around.
Yeah. That's
I got
the
a
big
list
one.
of people I don't want to be around.
Yeah.
And like, fuck them. Shit. They
go
probably
fight
don't
them
want to be
right now.
around me either. Shit.
Gonna fight them right now.
I want to be around them.
I don't want to be around them. Like, and maybe they wasn't even really your friends. So,
Right.
like, let them. I'm all loud again. My blood pressure
okay.
just spikes.
I love it. Well, thank you, ladies. This is another great episode of You Welcome. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Subscribe, all that shit. My name is Marcella Arguello. Peace, bitch.